still want to find your post. Did you link me to it?
So it's right click.
I think it's just in the, oh yeah, if you left click so that you open it in
Oh
Explore or
right.
in the
Oh right,
feed.
and then it gives you the really long URL. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works.
Uh, let's see. Yeah, we can, wait, oh no, I think I've signed in as some other weird account. So let me see. That's not gonna work. This will work. Wait, oh, now it wants me to do daily spin. I bought some Trump. Did I tell you I bought some Trump hair? And then like the next day I won some Trump hair on daily spin. Like now I have double Trump hair. That's not good. Okay, let's see. Now I have to go back to that post.
That'll be double trouble from the haters.
Well, I can't wear both of them at once.
Double Trump.
Just make it,
That'll be a top Trump.
yeah, double Trump. Okay. All right, it should be up there. Oh, you posted it 3 hours ago, though. That might be a problem. You could post it again. Because what happens is when you put it in Explore, it's in chronological order.
Oh right, okay. Well, I'll do it again.
Okay, I'm going to take that one out then, I guess. Probably. Yeah, so there's a few posts that are in front of it now, but I'm removing that one.
Doing an orange alert.
You're making it orange?
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe I would feel better about doing the hat boxes again if we could just start the ribbon from scratch.
Well, yeah. It's. I mean, it's up to you because you're the one that's making it.
I just want it to be 2D first of all.
That's
And I
fine.
want it
Yeah.
to be just like to just start with like a long flat ribbon and then manipulate it from there after it's mapped. I
Yeah.
hate map.
If that's the one, if that's how you want to do it, then we can do that. Yeah.
Are we friends now? On InView, are we InView friends? I friended you. Did you friend me?
Just because you don't want to UV map something.
I'm not going to be friends with
Yeah.
you
I
anymore.
don't like you no more. Right, so I've posted that. It's a deep. It's not actually an orange background. It's a sort of a deep salmon background. So
Okay, let me see. I'm having so much trouble with these monitors today. Yeah, maybe send me the link because it's not
okay.
showing up. Okay, is this thing working yet? Oh, is that the link? Okay, I'm trying to do things on two computers at the same time.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
We're just trying to organise some notices and whatnot for the stream going live.
We're very disorganized
Yes,
today.
completely disorganised.
I'm excited about Friday. Of course, I know we haven't even done today's yet. Oh, that's not my password. Okay.
Well, we were supposed to get people with name change suggestions for you today.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we're going to have all the same people.
Probably not.
Uh, okay. Oh, I have to leave for just a minute.
Okay. That should have been than, not watan. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing today, except for perhaps redoing the Jinx's hat boxes.
Yeah, but I have to leave for 20 minutes because we're having our white elephant gift
Oh
exchange.
right, okay.
That's like my favorite thing.
All right, no, that's okay.
Do you want to know what I gave away for the gift last year or what my
No,
gift?
because people might be listening, and then that might clue them into something that you might be gifting this year.
No, it's not related to this year in any
Okay.
way.
What?
So what I got, I don't know if you've seen it in, have you seen the poop emoji
Mm-hmm.
in the emoji, the with emojis?
Yes.
And it has like flies buzzing around it and
Yes.
everything. I'm like, why do we have that? It's so awful. And with the flies, and they said, well, there's kind of a sentimental thing about that because it's one of the last things, or possibly the last thing that Matt Danzig did before he left the company.
Right.
So, like, why would you want to get rid of that? It's like, oh no, it's, But anyway, I got a poop hat, a poop emoji hat, and then I got some jumbo size flies and I sewed them on there. So it had flies on it.
Yeah. It's very,
Isn't
very.
that an awesome white elephant gift? For ImView because of the with emoji. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if anyone got it, which I think is more of a reflection of whatever. Maybe they don't use the product.
No.
People who don't get it don't use the product enough, I
No.
think. Why am I typing Zoom? I need to type Twitch here. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you, but I'm just saying that I have to leave maybe at 4:30, maybe in 12 minutes for 15 or 20 minutes.
No, that's okay.
Okay. Whoa, what are those mushrooms doing? That's creepy.
Oh, that's that's my candy candy cane house thing.
That's so weird. I was just trying to move it around. I forgot it was video.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like they have shredded coconut on them.
They are shredded coconut mushrooms
Oh,
and shredded
that's
coconut trees.
well. I really wish I could move the camera around. And also, hello to Leon.
Yes,
Lee,
she was in the. She was in
is it,
last. When was the last Monday? She was in Monday.
do you think it's Leon AMC, like AMC, like the movie theater company?
Yeah, it's Liana. Liana
Oh,
MC.
MC. Oh,
She says
like
hello.
uh, what is she saying yep to? Leon MC? Is that MC?
Liana's. Yeah. Yeah. She just.
Oh, McCoy. Oh, well,
Yeah.
well, now we can cyber stalk her. This is
Yes, we
awesome.
can.
Thank you. Because we love a good cyber stalk. Actually, that could be a popular name. I don't know.
What, Cyberstalk?
No, Leanna McCoy.
Oh, right. Related to Doctor.
Ooh. Oh, she doesn't care if we cyber stalk her. That's no fun. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Abort. What? Oh my gosh, what is that thing doing? Candy cane tree floating. Oh, no, no, no. I see. It's coming from behind the camera,
Oh, yeah.
reaching it.
Yeah, it's
That
just a
makes more
candy
sense.
tree.
The Hatfields and McCoys. Yeah. I'll be the Hatfields, I guess. Actually, I was just going to say like the last name of my mom, and then I realized, isn't that like a password?
Yeah,
prompt.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
never mind, abort that too. So.
Personal information is a no-no.
I hate when they ask you security questions that are like, "What's your favorite movie?" and or like, "What's your favorite color?" Like, I can't answer any of those questions. Like, if I came back a year later, I'd be like, "I wonder what my answer was." I don't know.
Well, that's why you're supposed to write them down.
I thought you weren't supposed to write your passwords down.
Well, not in places where someone can have access to them, no.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I hate the way Windows always tries to make me log in on my home computers. Like, it wants me to have a password. Like, just no, leave me alone.
Yeah, that's probably what, when you log into Windows.
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to turn my computer on and use it. And it's like, what's your password? I'm like, nobody is going to touch my computer. Like, I don't need a password. And they're like,
Well,
your password.
that's not what that's for as such. If you've got Windows 10, well, if you've got Windows, maybe even Windows 7 as far back as that, that isn't a password to just access Windows. That's a password that Microsoft want to link through to your Microsoft account. So
Well, I
everything
don't
that
even
you do,
want a Microsoft
no, so you
account.
have to do, I mean, if you want, you can use a local account which bypasses that, which personally I recommend everybody do, is use a local account rather than trying to log into MSN, because that basically you are giving permission to MSN to, well, it's the whole cookie tracking and stuff.
Um, yeah, I don't want them to track my cookies either. I did that. Okay. Wait, we don't have as much of a delay today, I don't think.
No, no, not today.
That's good. Of course, I think we don't.
Well, I
I
wonder
can't.
if it's something to do with the number. It can't be to do with the number of people that watch, but that seemed to be.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I think it says 11, and that's not so far off from last time.
No, no.
Uh, Polly probably won't come. Let me see
That's all right.
here. And some other people are mad at me.
Well,
So,
in the meantime, can make some
yeah.
gift boxes.
Yeah, okay, let's start. Hey, maybe while I'm doing the Secret Santa thing, you can show how to make the gift boxes from the start or something.
Well,
Because
that's
we're
well.
showing how to make a,
When are you? What time do you have to leave?
I don't know, they're supposed to come find me.
Okay. Well, I might as well just start on it now, and because we've been going now for 20 minutes or so, and
I,
nothing's happened.
I know.
Well, the simplest gift boxes. What I'll do is I'm going to. We're just going to use a box, and then we'll do something with the box. So, what we
Oh,
can.
we're not going to make a hat box?
No, 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 no. You are. I'm not.
Uh, I don't know, you're the one with Blender open.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you wanted to do the hat boxes in Max, did you not?
Oh, no. Why do I want to do that?
Well, we could always go back to the evidence on Monday's stream somewhere. I'm sure it's in there somewhere for.
Oh, that vaguely sounds vaguely
Yeah.
familiar.
No, but what I'll do is so I'm going to create, instead of doing what you normally do, which is create your item and blah blah blah, etc., etc. What I'm going to do is create a set of materials, maybe 6 of them. So gift box. We can do this with, I wonder if we could, yeah. Oh, so we can use IMVU's naming nomenclature. So we can use the word gift box as many times as we want, but as long as we have a numerical append at the end, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., we can use the same name, but with the append, and just duplicate it. So what I'm going to do is create a number of these materials in the stack before we do anything. What's this? 3. So that's, we've got 4 now. So this is 5. And then the last one. Which is 5. So we've got 5 materials. We can give each one of them a colour just so that we can distinguish them. So we select them.
Jazz Cat teaches different ways to make a ribbon might work. Yeah. Where are the boxes all the same size?
No, we haven't done any boxes yet. What we're doing is creating a set of materials.
Oh.
So we've got a set of materials. And what we can do now is the default cube already has, or it should have, a UV map assigned. Or have they changed that? No, they changed it.
I told Beth she can join the voice chat.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think I think it might take her like 20 minutes
That's
before
fine.
she's around.
So we have to unwrap this. So we're just going to do a simple. So we've gone into edit mode, which is the tab key. We've gone into edit mode, and I'm going to press the U key, or from mesh, UV unwrap. And what we want is just a reset. We just need a basic UV map for this. So if I switch to UV editing, we've now got UVs. Nothing will show up yet. So if I switch to texture mode, it'll just show without anything on it. So we need to create some textures. So we can do this, a quick way to do this. What's a quick way to do this? A quick way to do this is from within the UV image editor. So this is gift box 0. What needs to be 128 by 128. UV grid, okay. So that's created 1. We need some more now. It'll keep the width and height measurements that we used before, so all we need to do, that should be gift box, not fight box. We'll keep all the settings, we just need to change the name.
Okay, not like I've been even talking anyway, but I have to go do Secret Santa now.
Alright.
I'll let you know what I get.
Alright. Is this number 3 or number 2? Number 2. Again, 128, 128. Whoops, a daisy. Okay. And another one. Hang on, let's just double check how many we've got. We've got 2, so we need 6, so we need 3 more. She'll be back, don't worry. She's it's just a temporary thing. gift box 3, 128, 128. Okay. Gift box 4. Okay, and then last one is gift box 5. Okay, so we now have 6. Whoops, need to rename that. Got a double space in there. So we now have 6 images that we can assign to the materials that we just created. So switch back to default mode, and there we've already got one of them assigned to the cube. So we switch to, we need to set up, or well, with FBX we don't necessarily need to do this because it'll create a material from the image assignment to the cube. But in Blender it's probably best to set these up properly. And then we want image or movie. And then we select one of the textures that one of the images that we've previously created in the image editor. So we select that, and it associates it with the image, with the material. Want to switch that over to UV, and then we'd need to do that for each of the entries that we've created. So we select them in material properties, then create, and this may take a few minutes. This is number 2, gift box 2. Select that. Gift box 3. We select 3. Or do we need to? No, let's cap that. Gift box 4. And then gift box 5. So we've got 6 materials with an associated texture slot, which itself has an image assigned. And we've used IMVU's naming convention to make it convenient so that we can have the same name but with a numerical append. So what we can do with these is, so we've got one box, we can add more mesh, cube. So new cubes or new objects don't have any materials, so we make sure it's selected, and then from the list we click the sphere icon, then we can select the box, and at the moment, because it's not UV mapped, it'll just show the diffuse color, which is useful because that indicates 2 things. It indicates the material that's assigned to the cube, and the fact that we can see the green means that we know that the box has not yet been UV mapped. So we need to add a couple more of these. Just move that out of the way for the minute. We could duplicate the original, but in doing that we carry the same material properties as that, so it's an either or in terms of convenience, whether you want to add a brand new clean box and just assign a material to that, or duplicate the original and then have to tidy that up with the material association selection from the material list. So right click, this is number 2. This is number 3. It's number 4. And then number 5. So we now need to UV map these. So we switch to edit mode. We can switch the layout to UV editing, which will show the cube on the right and the UV map on the left. And this was, which box was this? Number 5. So mouse over the 3D view, press the U key, or again from mesh, UV unwrap, but we want to reset. Keep it simple. And then from the UV image editor, we select the associated material image that's associated with the material, which is number 5 for this. And then just go down the list. So number 4 for this. Number 3 for this one. 2 for this. And then 1 for this. So just to double check. What we can do is go into solid mode. So if you select the face, select a face from the cube or a number of faces, it'll automatically select the material that's assigned to that face, and if we are assigning just a single material, that will be the one that's assigned to the entire box. So that's 0 for that one, 5 for that one, 4 for that one, which is 4, 3, 2, 1. So the material assignments and textures match up. So what we can do now is play around with these. So we've just got some basic gift boxes. So if you imagine that instead of the checker, we had a image with a ribbon on it, which if Jinxy were here, she could do those. What we can do now is just play around with the boxes. And what we'll do is create a stack of gift boxes . So we can create a stack of gift boxes. Each one of these has a different material, different texture, or it will do eventually. But you can then play around with the sizing of them. So select a box and either use the scale widget or just press the S key, which is the shortcut, and just play around with the size of them. And this does obviously mean readjusting the position relative to each other. So an easy way to do that is to go into perspective orthogonal view. So view perspective ortho, and then you want front. And we've got side. And then what we also want to do is select all of them and make sure that the bottom of the bottom box is flush with the ground plane, which is the green line that you can just see. So select your boxes and either use the manipulator widget, which is the coloured handles, or you can press the G key and move freely and just position them like so. Let's get rid of the light. So we can either delete that or move it. I'll just delete it. So that's the delete key. That gives us a stack of parcels. Save the file. And then we can do one of two things. We can either leave these as separate objects or we can join them together. But either way, what we then want to do is load up the furniture template file, which has all the seating and furniture nodes. And then we want to bring in the objects that we just created. So from the append menu, that's file, append, and we find the file that we just created, giftbox stack, go into the object folder. That'll give us our objects, and we want to select all the cubes. So that's left click, hold down shift, multi-select, and then we just import them or append them. They will be there, but they'll be tiny because of the scale difference between iView and Blender, so we should be able to see them. Wow, they are super tiny. I wasn't expecting them to be that small. That's how small they are. That's how small the size difference is between Blender, well, most 3D applications actually, and iView. So what we need to do is scale them up. So we press the S key and just move the mouse out and create a stack of gift boxes. And you can hold the control key down to lock them or lock the action to increments, let's go 120, or you can actually type and then press enter, and that sets the size. So if we switch back to texture mode, we've got our boxes stacked up. What we want to do is just move the green and white box out of the way, so just press the H key after selecting it to hide it, and that shows our gift boxes, which we can now shift right click select the bottom one last, and then join them together, which is Control J, or object, and it's at the top, join. Once we've done that, edit mode, press the A key twice if there are to clear previous selections, and then to reselect everything, and then object data, vertex groups, create a vertex group, double click that, just want to call this root with an uppercase R, and then assign that to the selection. Exit edit mode, right click the boxes, right click the root node, and then object, where's parent gone? There it is, parent, object, object keep transform. You can test this by just right clicking the root node, press the G key, and if it's done correctly, the mesh will move with the mouse. And then what you can do from here is, if you just want the gift boxes stacked up like that, select the mesh, then the root node, file menu, export, FBX, and then it goes through the FBX export process, which we can do select selected objects. That basically means that only the objects that are selected in the 3D view will be exported. So make sure that the objects you want exported are selected. Let's do that again. Export, FBX, selected objects, leave the scale as is, geometry, disable apply modifiers, armatures, make sure that this is disabled. The other options are kind of optional, but this one isn't. This must be disabled. Then animations we can leave because there's no animations in the file. Everything else is okay. File name, we want to change that to gift boxes stack. So double check, disabled, that's okay, and then export. And what we can now do is create a derivable, so create mode, which is terribly slow. Derive a new product. We want furniture, so rooms and furniture, that'll open the chair, go. So the editor's open. FBX import tab. Click that. Load FBX. Click the button. It'll open a file browser where we can search for and find giftbox stack. So select and open. And lo and behold, it's brought in each of the materials that were created. Mesh ID for the mesh should be 0 if we want to replace the default that comes in with the derived item. And then for Blender, if we use the furniture file, we need to change the apply scale to 0.01 and then import. So we'll get a warning that's letting us know that a number of the materials that we've created are going to override the derived items defaults, which is what we want. So import changes, it'll convert the file, it'll display the importer as blank, confirming that it's done what it needs to do, so we can click apply changes, and there's our stack of boxes. And what you'll find is that with FBX, using, well, it's not just Blender, but any application, as long as you have a material that has a color, when the mesh is brought in, the importer, the export-import process creates a very small 2x2 pixel image that it automatically generates, essentially, that it then applies to the boxes. And that is our stack of gift boxes, which you can then, let me see if I've got some textures that we can assign. Oh, and it nearly crashed. Let's try the Smarties. I don't have any other gift wrapping textures, so I'll use what I've got. I'll use some of the grid textures. Because if Jinxie were here, we could have her make some gift wraps. And then the last one. So what you'll notice actually using the grids is that if this were a patterned image, you would have to be mindful how, we can just about see it actually with this, there's a small amount of green that runs along the top, which it'll do on the bottom as well. You can just about see it there. But what you do have to pay attention to is the orientation of the UV map. Because if you have a pattern on this that you want to repeat around the cube, you'd have to organize the UVs in a way that makes that possible. So what we can do, in fact, actually, even though she's not here, we'll create some basic textures. So this is Coral Photo Paint X5, but the same principles apply to GIMP, Photoshop, Paint, and all the other 2D applications. So we just want to create new. Don't need these to be big. 128 by 128. Yep, leave those. That's fine. In fact, actually, let's just change that to gift box 0, and then OK. So that's created a simple image. Just going to flood fill it with a basic color, primary color, and then do a stripe which I can't see the size of. Oh, that's why. So delete that. And it's frozen. There we go, 32. I want this in the center of the image, so center, center. Okay. What we can do is use this as a basic template. So if we save this, save as, save. Oh, Jinxy just got logged out. So can you not log back in? Just change the colors of these. It doesn't matter what they are. Save this as number 1. Oh, there we go. Are you back? Have you got the thingy on mute?
I'm here. I'm back.
Woohoo!
My computer seems to have rebooted itself while I was gone.
Oh.
What did I miss?
You'll
And we had
see.
like 20 people, so.
You where?
At
When?
the gift, and I
Oh.
found some cookies.
You found some what?
Cookies.
Oh dear.
at the White Elephant gift swap.
Yeah,
And I got some wine.
there you go. So that basically means you're too preoccupied to make some textures.
No, I'm not drinking wine. That's the gift I ended up with, was wine.
Oh, okay.
Although that could be fun. My drunk creator thing.
Yeah, no.
No.
Well, you can if you want, but, repercussions could be had.
This cookie is really good.
I'm just making some basic textures, rudimentary textures, for a stack of gift boxes that were made whilst you were absent.
Can I see them?
In a minute. I'm just going through the tedium of creating a single one and then just changing the colours just to give me a set. So we now have a set which need to be saved as files that we can use in IMVU. So I'll just drag those in, flatten them. Whoops. Which means merging all the layers together.
Let's add Toad Graça. Toad Graça.
Who? What?
I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, it's people wanting you to add them on IMVU.
Oh, it's kind of like those spam comments.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Maybe that's our fault for putting a post in Explorer.
Possibly.
Like, you reap what you sow.
Yeah. So once we flatten these, we need to save them as PNGs. So where are we? Furniture. Yep. Save. So you can, when you're saving your images, you can, if they're PNGs are really good for these kinds of textures, which are limited in color scope. But you can change, you can save them as 24-bit or paletted, which just saves a bit of file space if you've got loads of them, but you then have to fiddle with the settings that you may or may not have depending on what application you're using, so that the image appears properly. And that's only 246 bytes, which is super tiny. So we need to do that with all of them. Somebody's asking us, how do you get on Explore in IMVU? So it's super secret.
No. Okay, I'll tell you the best way is to participate in the weekend outfit challenge. A lot of those people get on Explore. So that is a really good way. Like, there are people looking for those posts. You have to follow the rules and post your image both in your feed and on Instagram. But a lot of those people get on Explore starting Friday at noon all the way through Monday mornings.
So you mean basically participate in the community, essentially?
Yes, you should participate in the community.
Yeah.
If you participate in in the weekend outfit challenge. That's a really good way to get on there. And the other thing is if you participate in flash mob, but I'm not going to tell you how to do flash mob. You have to figure it out.
Yeah, because a lot of people put a lot of effort into that one.
Yeah, it's just not, yeah, we can't have people joining like only to get on Explorer. They have to want to be part of flash mob. GIMP has Riot for compressing PNG files. Oh, Riot. I like this first spelling, RIO apostrophe T.
What?
I'm reading the comments. I don't know. Aren't you glad I'm back?
Yes. 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 Yeah.
It looks like you got a lot done while I was gone.
What? No. I struggled. I struggled tremendously.
I feel so much better now. I think this is just, it reminds me of Monday when somebody was interrupting me constantly.
Interrupting you? Who was that? Who would do such a thing?
Oh, I don't know. It'll come to me. Just let me think about it. Gimpets. That should be Gimp's new name. Let's just call it Gimpets. We'll be Australian and we'll just diminutize everything.
Yeah.
Or maybe Spanish will be like Gimpito.
If that's even a word.
No, like in Spanish, you take, well, at least in Hispanic Spanish, you add ito to the end of everything and it makes it diminutive. So it's like,
right.
Perrito is like little dog, right? Or
right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to replace the textures that we assigned in IMVU with the ones that we've just created. So that was 0, which is the yellow one with green stripe.
You should put a standing note on top of that.
Well, I wasn't quite sure how long you would be gone, so...
You're like, I'll just keep stacking them till she comes back.
Yeah, that was more or less the plan.
And I was gone about 10 minutes too long.
Yes, because we know that this isn't terribly, terribly important, really.
No, it's once a year we have Secret Santa. It's one of my favorite things. And it was really funny. Somebody got a calendar. What is that guy's name? There's like a Canadian guy that's...
Trudeau?
Shoot. Yes, somebody got a Trudeau calendar.
Oh, for joy.
I can't believe I said Canadian guy and you guessed who it was.
Well, there's only one Canadian guy, and that's Trudeau. I mean, because he's like the guy's guy.
So, yeah, I guess apparently... Wait, how do you spell his name?
That's the wrong one. We want number 3 for that. So, how do you spell whose name?
Yeah, Trudeau, but I got it. Never mind.
It'll autocomplete.
I'm just showing you.
There's only one Trudeau.
Anyway, there's this shirt. This person who added this to the Secret Santa wanted to have this shirt in there, and I'm not sure why the calendar ended up instead, but let's see. Where can I share this with you? Where can I share it with the world?
Yes.
Let me see. I'll just share it with you first.
Oh. Yeah, that is a Mickey take of Vladimir Putin riding that horse. There's a I don't know if it was, I think it was a propaganda photo, but that's quite funny that they've done one with him riding. That's a moose.
A moose. Yeah. But the only thing is, like, those aren't even Canadian geese in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're gonna make a Canadian shirt, but I ended up with wine, so, and a glass. Gosh, I wonder if there's an opener in here too. Oh, and candy.
Seriously?
Seriously, what?
It's like magpie, shiny things.
I know. I had a long day. Leave me alone.
So as Liana noticed or noted, the UV, this is what I was saying about the UVs, that depending on the texture, this is why on some, you might be able to get away with this to some degree by, because this is essentially a ribbon that just goes around the box. Well, the texture is top to bottom, but because the UVs are tilted 90 degrees, it goes around the box. But you can kind of fudge that by making the ribbon across. So instead of where's it gone? There it is. Open recent. So if you wanted to be totally lazy,
Yes.
the lazy way of doing a gift box thing. So we've got a stack of. So that means that all the UVs for these boxes are all essentially wrapping around the cubes instead of top to bottom, which you would want for a ribbon. But you can fudge that by just using an image where, let me duplicate this, so copy, paste, rotate that 90, just make sure that that's in the center. So you can fudge it by just making your ribbon a cross or a cruciform. And then what that will do, so if I save this and then flatten and save it out, whoops, overwrite, yep, have to go through the export process again, yes, okay, so in IVU, so we've got this problem because of the way the UVs have been done around the box, so we can solve this or fudge it depending on your attitude towards the problem. Replace that with our cruciform, and lo and behold, it's magically fixed.
Wait, only on one?
Yes, we've only just done the one. There are 5.
Oh, I just mean like on the top of that box with the yellow and green, it moved, but it looks like on the sides it still hasn't. Oh, there it is.
Yes, wait for it. You're watching the stream, so there's a delay.
Yeah.
So we can repeat this for... Actually, let's just drag them in from Explorer.
I think you may have a few friend requests after this.
Oh?
Because you're in Explorer.
Oh. Oh, right. So we do the same thing to all the other images. So copy, paste, rotate, make sure it's centered. Okay. Which one's this? Move 4. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Center. This is where it gets repetitive, and there's no shortcut for this. So if you're doing something that has a lot of materials, a lot of textures, there's no shortcut for doing these kinds of amendments and changes.
Although what you could do is you could have them all in one file.
Yeah, you could do. I tend to do it this way just because it means that I can just fiddle around with them individually without loading in a larger file. And we've already got that one, so we don't need that. So close that. Save these locally. Save, 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 and then flatten. And export them out. Or save as. Overwrite.
Oh, we have Beth in our chat, but she's muted for some reason. Oh shoot, I dropped my phone. I swear to you, I'm not drinking the wine.
No, that's fine. That's, you know, I mean, even if you were, that would be fine. Entertainment.
Maybe next time.
Doing
No,
of
next.
Go on, sorry.
No, I have nothing to say.
So that's saved. Flatten that.
Maybe she has stage fright.
No, I'm here. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Why
Oh,
not?
There
I
we
do
go.
all the
A
time.
new person. Hello, new
Hi.
person.
Yay, Prim is here. The world famous Prim.
I'm not sure you two should be. Isn't it like gremlins? They're not supposed to be.
What?
I thought gremlins, you can't get them wet or something.
Well,
You
yeah,
can't feed them after midnight.
that's it.
Or get them wet.
Or get them wet.
Yeah, that sounds just like us.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Or like the kids who should never sit together in class.
Yeah, that's
We never get any work done.
that's actually more on lines what I was thinking. So yes, again, this is the tedious bit of having to. You can batch export this, but whether you can do that or not will depend on the application that you've got and what you're using to create your images and textures.
Oh, hi, Unicorn Cutie 17.
Oh, hello.
What do you think the 17 is for? Do you think Unicorn Cutie is 17? Or there's just our 16 other Unicorn Cuties? No, wait, maybe
She could
like.
be the 17th warrior.
Or it's 2017.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, does that mean you have to
Current
make a
year.
year?
Oh, they were born in 2017.
Oh my gosh, somebody's boyfriend is 12. That's
That's concerning.
And you probably shouldn't be posting that publicly when you're on IMVU, which has an age restriction of 13.
I was on IMVU at 10 years old.
Just
well,
report.
I just like to point out that I know who
Don't worry about me.
that person's not 12, so or
Yeah,
13.
they're actually 13.
Yeah, like what if you double that number or something?
That would actually be right.
13 and
Right, so we
3/4.
slog through all of those. Now we just replace them. So that's the pink one. Number 2. It's number 3.
Was there a post on Instagram about this? Or...
Yes, well, not on Instagram. Well, I don't know if there was on Instagram, but we spent about 20 minutes at the beginning of the broadcast trying to sort that out.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there was one on Instagram. We're supposed to get some Instagram stories posts, but we need to get the art department to give us some artwork.
They said there was an ad on IMVU.
Yeah, Jazz Cat made a post and somebody, it somehow magically got on Explore. I don't know how
Yeah,
that happened.
no idea how that happened.
Somebody,
Oh gosh.
yeah. But we
Somebody.
have you seen the banner ads on the website? There are a bunch of banner ads now.
Wait, and next?
No, just
On
on
the
the website.
website.
Oh, I don't look at those.
I think you would notice
I
though.
just assume there's always a sale, so.
No, it's just they were special for us.
Oh, I missed them.
Well,
What?
no, they're up there through the end of the month though.
So those
Right
are
now, I just see outer space is big. Save 45%. 1 hour only.
I see that too. Maybe I should talk to them about like, hey, no, I think it was, I think they're running them like from 4 to 5. Because really, if people don't show up for the first hour, oh, wait, I see one of them now.
Do I have to refresh?
Yeah, just refresh. And they come up on the side of the page too. They also come up on the bottom of the page. You could look there.
Oh, I see.
So there's our stack of gift boxes with the fudged textures. So by using the cross, you can make it wrap around despite the UVs being wonky or orientated incorrectly.
Oh, I see how it got on Explore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn that, Shannon.
So there was an ad on InView. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I helped make that ad. I art directed that ad.
Oh, the one with the Christmas decoration?
I am older than dirt. I wonder how old that is. What, the one? Yeah, the one with the balls that they're actually from polystyrenes originally.
Yeah, I love that idea where it was like half a UV map.
Yeah, the
I love that.
the smaller ads on the side have that, and then the one at the top is nice though. It has like 6 balls or something.
You two keep talking. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if we
Not
can
that
do
you need
that.
any encouragement, but I'll be right back.
Is InView paying you guys for this? Well, I work for InView. I'm an InView employee. Should I admit that? I don't know. And stuff. Various people may be compensated in various ways. I know people on InView that were and are older than me. Me too. Wait, do I? Maybe I don't. I may be older than everyone I know on InView.
How old is dirt? Like,
How old is who?
how old is the dirt?
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
You can't speak English?
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Yeah.
I think it was a grammatically complicated thing to say anyway.
I don't know. That's kind of how I'd pronounce it.
Uh,
I know people on IMView that. Oh wait, no, I wouldn't.
how
It's
young?
easier to say that when you're typing.
How young are you? I'm not sure who that's directed at, but I'm not very young. Ooh, I am 49. Okay, I'm not even gonna say how old I am. I won't do it. Nope.
To be fair, she looks like at the most 32. So
Oh, me?
yeah.
I don't know, but like it could be maybe I'm 33. That's not very impressive, you know. Let's talk about, I don't know, meshing or something besides how old everybody is. We can't even even talk about that at work. I mean, that's like so not PC. Don't talk about people's ages.
Forbidden subject.
You can't ask people how old are you? It's like, no, it's a work environment. You don't say that. And I'm at work, so.
Mesh heads are nice. Some of them are.
Mesh heads are nice.
I mean, a lot of them are just copy.
I really like some of them. I feel like you really need a custom though. Like if you have a mesh head that anyone else has, you just look like that other person.
Yeah.
I kind of want my own mesh head though. You play Second Life if you want mesh heads. I can't figure out Second Life. We can't figure it out, right?
That was a disaster. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're still stuck in the like newbie like greeting
Yeah,
area.
the like little tutorial area.
The tutorial, we can't figure it out. The
I
tutorial.
tried to change my outfit and I ended up with wings.
I think I turned into a demon. I'm like,
yeah, you did.
I just want to look nice. Like, I don't know. Yeah, you were like a fairy or something.
Yeah, I like, because there was like an advert for an outfit, so I figured like if I clicked it, it would give it me, which it did, but like I was trying to find it in my inventory and I just had like wings. Like, wait, what?
I've tried Second Life, tried to try it a few times. I just can't make an avatar that's not ugly. But maybe if you get farther into it, you actually can find like a store where you can buy a better looking avatar or something.
Yeah, I've seen like so many people post like pictures of their avatars on Second Life and they look amazing.
Well, maybe we can try it again sometime.
And stream it.
Yes, and stream it. And we can stream peer review too.
That'd be so fun. On a GA account though.
On a GA account.
After what I saw this morning, no way.
Do you have a GA account?
Back.
Yeah, I have a few.
Oh, we were talking about Second Life. You missed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're gonna get fired.
Really?
Wait, Jazz Cat's gonna get fired?
No, you.
I'm gonna get fired because I'm like Second Life. No, I said it was hard to use. That we're still stuck in the greeting area.
Is it true iView Mobile is going to make a live streaming thing?
I'm not sure what that means, but
Isn't that what
I
this
think
is?
they're talking about the survey. There was that user survey not too long ago where they was asking like, would people use like a live stream service?
I think that just getting a survey like that should tell you that probably InView is considering it, but whether they actually do it and how long it would take, it's like there's just no point in even
You
speculating.
mean, so what, live streaming doing what? Like showing people that, so rooms have...
Role playing and stuff.
Oh, right.
Like, what else do you do on iView? Go on.
No, but
I think the idea is for,
To watch-
I think the idea is where you could be kind of like a ghost where, you could be in a room watching something, but you're not taking up any like processing power of the room, right? So instead of just being able to put 10 people in a room or something, maybe 1,000 people could be participating. Their avatar isn't in there. But I don't know. I'm not really part of the people who plan that kind of stuff, so I don't really know what they're doing.
you're supposed to show us how to create, right? That's what
This
Gucci
person
just
is-
said.
Oh, this person is just like kind of saying, I don't know, like what, like Second Life is stupid and your grammar is bad.
Copyright Gang wants us to show them how to create. Let's go.
Let's
Well,
go and show.
If you watch this in rerun,
Oh yeah, there's a lot of create stuff in the further back when I
Yeah.
wasn't interrupting things. Role play ick. Well, at InView we try not to judge. Different things that we like, so. But I do think that, yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude. Well, that's nice to know. It's always hard to
Maybe it's just like maybe you're just so good at it, you just do it naturally without realizing.
so good at what?
Being rude?
Oh, no, no, no. I was going to
That's
say
a British thing, you know, we're just so good at it, so we just don't realize. So can relate.
that sounds about right. But I think it's just that sometimes in text things don't come across maybe the same way.
Oh, so Gucci is making fun of our accents. That's what he's doing.
Wait, what?
Like rude is the pronunciation.
Yes, say duty.
I really want to get Miss Maya in here and hear
Yes.
her. Have you talked to her? Have you talked to her live?
No, I've only heard her through like videos and stuff.
Oh, you have heard her voice in video.
Yeah, she sends me videos of her cats all the time. Duty. Do I say that weird?
But she has an Irish accent, right?
Scottish. Oh my god.
Scottish. Oh no, we
let's get Miss
that we wouldn't be
Maya.
able to understand her. Now I get it. I thought she was Irish.
No, oh my god, she's Scottish. Oh my god, I said Scottish. Scottish accent, what the hell? She's Scottish, but she lives in Spain.
Yeah, Miss Maya has a great shop. And Prim has a great shop too. So we're all talking to
Who's
Prim.
that?
Who's Prim? You're Prim. Ms. Amnesia. Prim. This is Prim, everyone. Shop Prim. Let her show you how to make an avatar look. Okay, sore spot. Never mind.
Most people can't understand me, so.
I don't know, Jazz Cat. Can you understand her?
Yes, of course.
He's from the south.
South?
Well,
no.
You sound southern to me.
Well, we'll leave it at that.
Now I need to know where you're from. Like, what?
Jazz Cat is not staff, but he helps staff a lot. Like he helps our engineers and everything. So
Yes, no, I'm not. I'm a user just like, well, not actually just like you, but I am a user.
no, I sound Canadian. It's about respect. I don't know.
Oh, heck. That's the only Canadian thing I know. I also can't do accents, so.
Yeah, I can't do accents either. I just make a fool out of myself.
Yeah, right? It sounds so good in your head, but...
That's like me and my singing. Yeah. Sounds good in my head. Then it comes out my mouth and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, maybe not.
So are you putting like outer ribbons on these boxes or?
No, we don't really have time for that. What I was going to do was, because basically it's just trying to create something interesting from just very simple basic shapes that don't need a lot of work. So let me just, did I save this? No, I didn't. So save as.
They asked you if you're a programmer.
Programmer? No. Could be though. Computer says no.
Computer says no.
The original Red Dwarf version.
No, the Carol version.
No. There is only one version, and that's
The
the
Little
Red
Britain
Dwarf version. Gift box stack. No, so because people get tied up with making stuff that's really, really complex, right? So, but you don't need to do that. I mean, just with a few cubes, you've got something that looks you can make look quite fun. It's just a stack of packages. So
Yeah,
even
you could turn it into crates.
well, yeah, you can turn it into anything, but the idea is that you don't have to do something that is, uber complicated. I mean, another thing that you might try doing is squashing the boxes. So we can, in edit mode, we can make selections and just change the shape of the boxes. And then we'd have to align these up with those changes. And again, already you start to get something that's quite interesting just from simple shapes. So you don't have to do things that are really, really complicated. You can also, instead of doing a ton of different material textures, we kind of did this with Jinx's hat boxes. But what you can also do is actually switch. Sorry?
Artisan gift boxes.
Artisan gift boxes, yes. I mean, you do have to obviously watch out for how the texture distorts when you change the box if you do it too severely, but that's by the by. But what we can do also is use vertex coloring to change the colors of the boxes. We can also use this to create shading and other things like that. So if we make this bottom box blue, so let's assume the box is blue, what we can do is make the blue darker, paint that onto the bottom, and we've created some shading, very basic shading. So if you then export this as your, if you export this, instead of it being a flat, bright color like that, you can have shading. It adds depth as long as the vertex colors option is selected. But that's another simple thing that you can do to simple objects to make something more interesting. So that's two things. You can just, even with cubes, just cubes, you can change the shape of them and or vertex paint them to add more interest. I mean, if you want to do more, obviously it gets more complicated. So if you were wanting to add furniture seats, you need the furniture template for that. And so long as you've got your root node, select the seat node or the standing node, which is the big one that's part of the group, because that controls the entire unit, and just use that to position the seat wherever you want it to be. And then you parent these nodes, just the nodes, which are these wireframe objects. You just parent those to the root node. Object, parent, object, keep transform. What we can do actually is, so that we don't end up with, and this is where the capture and picture node comes in handy. So if you've watched a previous stream where the argument is that you don't need the capture and picture spots, this is why you do. So we've got the avatar sat on top of this stack of boxes, or gift boxes. And what we want to do is move the capture and picture nodes, capture and picture nodes, so they're on the ground plane. So when the avatars interact, they're standing on the ground rather than standing 5 feet in the air. And that's why you use your catcher and pitcher nodes. But you can move these and position them, but avoid changing the distance between the two of them. So let's try exporting this. So we've got our boxes, select the nodes. Where's the seat node? There's the seat node. And then the root node. Export. FBX. Selected items. Disable. Apply modifiers. Disable. Add leaf burns. Leave animations. We don't need anything there. Leave scale. That's okay. Just export. And this should, in IMVU, we derive from the furniture or chair. Go. Once the project opens, FBX import, load FBX, find the file, which is in caps, that's that one, brings in all the materials, change apply scale to 0.01, and then, and the mesh ID to 0 to override the default chair, and then import. We'll get the warnings of the materials that are going to be overwritten, which we want. Import changes, apply changes, and there's our cube with our basic materials. And we should have a seating node at the top, which if we then add an actor, we can interact and they will stand on the, oh well, that was actually the standing point for the actor, so we want the other one, which is to interact with the furniture item, and we can see that they're orientated relative to the seating that we added. And that's how simple using FBX can be. And that is why you use the catcher and pitcher node, so that you can control where the avatars interact with one another.
That is an awesome chair. I like it.
Well, with the FBX, it just comes in with the auto-assigned images. So you obviously then just go through the process of replacing them.
So can you make avatars in Blender? That's what somebody was asking about, making avatars, but I'm not sure. They might just mean making a still pose avatar.
So, yes, so clarify, what do you mean by avatars?
I think they mean like the avatar poses, because they mentioned the sticker which people use.
Stickers?
Oh, yeah, well,
yeah, there's like that flash sticker.
Oh, right.
Like,
yeah.
Yes, you can. All you need to do, let me save this so that I don't lose it.
Oh, MissMaya's coming.
Yay!
I had to like force her.
Well, I think we only have about 15 minutes left.
That's all right.
Oh, really?
I think she can last that long.
For avatar poses and pose related animations, you need the pose file, which you can get either from the FBX, the official FBX page on IMVU, which somebody will post a link to. Hint, hint.
Oh, fine. I will. Wait. Oh, I have to open up Twitch again. Hold on. I mean, on this computer. There.
Yeah, so if you go to that link that Jinx just posted, that's where the official helper files and the FAQ that we wrote up is. But you can also find some versions on the Catspits website. Either or works, but you need the pose file, and you just fiddle around with the skeleton, change the positions of bones.
Would it be easier now with FBX? I think for poses, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not going to be that much easier if it has anything to do with the pose.
It's, yeah, the FBX. FBX comes into its own when you're doing a project, as opposed to just a specific thing. Like the animations just need the animation file, but if you were doing a let's say you were creating a pose, an actual custom pose for the box, so let's say the avatar was hanging off the top of the boxes, FBX comes into its own there, because you can export the box as a project and then the pose as another project and just bring it all together as FBXs.
Yeah, and I think with Blender, it doesn't make any difference. Like, it really, honestly, to export one thing from Blender is possibly even faster with Cal3D than with FBX, if it's just one pose or something.
Yes, yeah.
But I have to say, in 3D Studio Max, it's definitely faster because it doesn't seem to crash. Because when your file crashes and you have to start 3D Studio Max all over again, that's not fast.
No.
And that happens to me with Cal3D.
I feel like you need to do like a Q&A stream.
Yeah, we should do just like, yeah.
There's like a lot of questions.
Well, Friday is supposed to be like
Friday fix it. Friday fix it.
However, except I ruined that by inviting a special guest, and it's not gonna.
I am so excited.
Yeah, I know.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
I'm gonna uninvite Prim. Hold on.
Oh no.
So Gucci was asking, do you mean after you've made the pose in Blender or the 3D app of choice, you just save it as, if you're using FBX, you just save it as an FBX, and it will save the data that you need, that you then bring into IMVU in create mode.
And in 3D Studio Max, I think you'd be saving an XAF.
So he said Blender. So if it's in Blender, it's exactly the same. Once you've created your pose, so you have an action down at the bottom here. This is just the default appearance. So let's say this was a sequence of 60 frames. So obviously you save your Blender file so that you have a copy of the file, but then all you do is you just export it to FBX. And as it's a pose, when you export, make sure that you have selected objects deselected, because you want it to pick up on all the sequences that you've got listed. Because there's it does work, but it's a bit finicky, so it's best just to do it that way. don't have selected objects active when you're exporting poses, just the poses, to FBX, and you should be able to do that, and that should be fine.
You should make a clip out of this part.
Well, that's what, all the tutorials and the video stuff that we did previously was discussing.
I wonder if MissMaya is going to say hello or if she's just going to creep on our Zoom.
Oh, do we have another participant?
Right.
Yeah, she
We
signed into MissMaya is here, and I think she even has at least one fan here. So
Me.
besides you and me, she's on mute. Maybe her husband is yelling naughty things, and that's why.
Oh, she's like, 1 sec, I am testing the mic. Exclamation mark.
It's 2017.
It's 2017?
Yeah, and you don't have a mic set up with a camera by now? Doesn't everybody have a mic and a camera?
Oh, now is she supposed to be on camera now too?
No, I'm just, it's just a...
Are you hinting?
No, not at all.
MissMaya cam.
I use Photoshop to create.
And not a tablet though.
I mean, I do have one.
I heard that's all you need, just to own a tablet, and then it just helps you create better.
Yeah, you don't actually have to use it. No, I have CS5 because I pirated it.
Oh, nice. Tell everyone you
Yeah,
pirated
tell everybody.
Photoshop.
What? I'm not paying that.
Ugh, no, we don't want people to do that. I think we might have to report you now.
I'm just being real. Yeah, I have a drawing tablet, but I don't use it. Yeah, report me.
Don't know
might
who
have
to.
Yeah. I actually got it from DeviantArt, I think. I'm not too sure.
Wait, you got your pirated software from DeviantArt?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know they had that there.
Well, like people post like links. I've used GIMP. I actually use GIMP for my hair textures because it has some really good brushes that I can't find the same in Photoshop. So I usually like make a base of my hair texture in GIMP and then go into Photoshop. So
I try to use GIMP and then I get frustrated because I don't know where the tools that I want are. Like I can't find the
yeah, it's pretty
damper thing. Or, yeah. So did she test her mic? What's going on?
She needs
A long time, Gucci, to answer your question. What is it? Practice, practice, practice.
And don't you think that teaching other people helps you to learn also?
To a degree. I mean, the thing that it does highlight is you might think that there is a particular way of doing something, as with Shannon Mack with the pumpkin patch that we did. You know, it's a relatively straightforward project, but you have to be careful not to assume that somebody's... It's not just that they don't know how to use 3D. You're also having to contend with the fact that they may never have thought about creating, and they may never have used their computer in a way that would be conducive to creating. So you're not just teaching somebody or helping them learn.
Right. If you're teaching them how to use the middle mouse button, that doesn't help you learn more about Blender.
No. But that...
Miss Maya's here.
Yeah, I see she's off mute.
Hi.
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 This is a preview for Friday?
No. No, it's not. Nobody get any ideas. It's not.
But we're gonna be here on Friday. Promote support of the special guest.
Yeah, you guys
What,
are going to be
who's-
here.
Right,
You're not going to be in the room. Friday, we're
What?
having Friday. Wims is coming to visit. She's going to be our special guest, and we're not going to have Beth and we're not going to have Prim and Miss Maya as guests, but they may be in the chat.
Oh,
So
right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And band.
if we had them both in the chat with Wims, it would be madness. It would be like we're already interrupting Jazz Cat constantly. So
That's fine. I've no problem with that.
that's
Miss
good.
Maya actually made my baby hairs.
Um,
Someone asked if I made my own. Well, she made them and I edited them a little bit, but she made most of it.
Very nice. She's very quiet though.
Speak!
Mic boost.
Where are you?
Oh, I see. You were answering that question. Do you make your female opacities?
Yeah, someone asked me that.
Yeah, Miss Maya makes a lot of sort of secret-y stuff.
She's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, how much does she sell baby hairs for?
We can't hear you now.
Oh, she's talking.
I'm sorry. My
Yay!
my volume must be way down.
We can kind of hear you, it's just really quiet.
Seconds. So I'm trying to adjust this and I can't find it.
You might have to right click on the speaker icon in the taskbar, bottom right, and go into the mic properties or sound recording properties. Could be that it's just auto adjusting the volume level.
It's very quiet now.
Super loud now when she speaks. We'll all go deaf.
Ah! I did understand the words that she was saying though. Like it doesn't even sound Scottish to me, you know?
She is so Scottish, right?
Well, I mean, when I was a flight attendant, we used to do flights from Scotland to Disney World, and you couldn't understand what a lot of these kids were, mostly the kids, they were the worst. You couldn't understand anything they said.
Hello?
That's
Is this working at all?
Yes.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't realize I had an off button on the microphone as well. Sorry about this.
Oh, Reda's, isn't that one of the male creators?
Yes.
Has he
Yeah.
been in the showcase or no, maybe he hasn't.
You invited him to it, but he didn't actually make anything. I think you ended up just like, because like you were so short on male things, you kind of put a slide together from his catalog, but he didn't actually like.
Oh, yeah, he's the one I think that I go to when we don't have enough male stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a good catalog. Him and Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders is really good. So how much are your baby hairs, Miss Maya?
8. I think I have them right now at $8 a piece.
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable, but they are sold in mass, so you will find other people with them in the catalog.
So how much would you sell a custom one for?
Well, at the moment, I don't really have time to do custom baby hairs in opacity, so I haven't really got around to pricing them. I suppose it would depend what kind of file that would be. If they want one of my messy PSDs or just a PNG. It would depend.
So it's negotiable if you have time.
If I have time, it's negotiable.
I have customs. Hair flip.
Yes, you have a custom.
Because she's very persistent. You don't want to say no to Prim.
Well, not for
Are you
long.
kidding me? No one can say no to you.
To me,
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they do.
they do. Well, I don't know. Jazz Cat won't finish my hat box for me.
Yeah, so there's at least one person that does say no.
Well, me and Miss Meyer have been dragged into so many showcases that we didn't want to do. So.
What?
Is true.
Yeah, so about the resort wear showcase,
Oh man.
Oh no.
that's due next week, you know.
Mm. So much going on at the moment, to be honest. It's
Do you guys know how do you even say that? Is that Leug or like
It's like
Luke. Luke. Luke? Luke.
Yeah.
No,
Leug. Leug.
I've never seen that creator name.
no, either have I.
No, it looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know.
Really?
It doesn't
I
look
feel like I'd remember that because I don't know how to say it.
Well, you do. We'd say Lug, as in a loogie.
maybe the caps are what throws it off, you know? Like if it's capital L and then just EUG, it might make more
Wow,
sense.
there's so many creator names I can't
Ah.
pronounce.
See, this creator is a male creator, and I don't shop in the male catalog, so.
Well, I've looked at a lot of male create. Well, Prim and I both have. I've looked at a lot of male creators to try to find people for the showcase. I don't know. There's just so many people with copyright stuff. We can't use.
Yeah, I literally know two, and that's Redders and Raters, because all the other ones come and go because they're constantly getting disabled.
No, but what about what's his name? It's like a 2-word name, Pledged Life.
Oh yeah, but he's not really he's not really active, is he?
He sent me a message apologizing for not participating in the last couple. He's just been busy, but or maybe it just wasn't his style, or I don't know, something, but he meant to.
We
Pledge
need
Life
more
is
legit
old.
males.
If people want to be in the showcase, they got to just not give in to the temptation to steal trademark and copyright creations.
Well, misappropriate rather than steal, because you can never sort of impugn intent.
I can't.
No.
What if they go and they just see something in the Gucci catalog and they just right click and save the image and then they plop it onto something that they have? Is that not stealing?
Well, it is, but you can't impugn their intention to do something like that. What their mindset is. That's the thing.
Well,
So
I
it's best
think-
just to. Sorry.
It says, I think the considering the creators have in their catalog is for commercial use and they can earn money off of it.
Yep.
I think it's stealing.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. It is. I mean, the
Definitely.
thing is just.
Misrepresentation.
Wait, what's stealing? If people do what, it's stealing?
It's commercial exploitation of somebody else's property.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's because as a creator, the only reason you would be adding, if you were selling the stuff, the only reason you would be using textures is to sell. So you could impugn intent because there's a commercial gain from it.
Definitely.
They get disabled if they try to earn money, if they've got copyright.
Yeah,
That's why
like
you see them get disabled all the time.
yeah, they suddenly they try to join the royalty program or whatever. Goodbye.
Yeah, they like normally you'll see them selling credits, but like if they get caught, then...
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's not
But you'll
worth
see
doing.
so many like products that you'll see like a different creator name, but it's just the same creator like on a different account because they got disabled. So
Yeah, and a lot of times the name is really similar.
yeah, like it's very rare you'll actually see. I mean, it's very rare. There's like a lot of creators that are just like on the same account because, like Miss Maya,
Hmm?
6 years have you been creating for?
Oh, I don't even know anymore.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah, I think
Avatar makers? Yes, because a lot of them steal.
2009. Oh, jeez, I feel old.
2009.
Yes.
Lightweight.
2009.
Whoa!
Wait, what's 2009?
Been
My
creating
account.
since.
Oh, yeah, I win. Sorry, but
Yeah.
everyone I win.
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah, 2005.
Quality,
That's
not quantity.
my husband's first account was 2005,
Yeah.
and he was creating from that account, but then he made a new one. So that one's 2007, I think.
How would you know someone stole an avatar? Usually just from experience, you can just see the same poses getting submitted over and over again by accounts that keep getting disabled. And I know a few friends that have had like their avatar poses stolen and like thrown into pose packs, which you'll see on the accessories page constantly, and they're always getting disabled. So
But
So
don't they
that's
show
meshes and animation asset theft.
don't they
yeah,
also,
which is why they get disabled.
Right.
but don't they also show up in the extended reports thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
If they work, I mean.
If they work. Oh yeah. Well, that's just you.
Not all of it's good.
I talked to
How
like
can you
4
prove it's your avatar?
about-
You uploaded it first, so.
Well,
Like,
that's yeah. So this is where we get into the DMCA stuff in terms of it's for them to prove that they haven't. If you make the accusation that they've stolen your mesh, so it's the burden is on them. So you're issuing a truth if you make a DMCA claim against somebody else. So it would be for them to disprove that. That's how you do it.
And if anyone came to DMC is me, I got a lawyer, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, people can play around with stealing stuff, but it doesn't last very long.
Oh, you got a question. Is there a way to watermark a mesh in Blender?
No, not really.
Oh.
Not in the sense
Like-
that.
Oh, well, that's that. Next question.
but like so head meshers will put like a 3D
Yeah,
thing of their name inside of the head. And
Yeah.
couldn't you just do that in Blender?
you can, but that's not necessarily going to specifically prevent somebody from stealing the asset, or it's not going to necessarily be hidden from view if once somebody figures out, because all of that stuff is shown in the editor. So if you make the mistake, to use that word, if you make the mistake of, let's say, doing an opacity map with your name or your logo or something on the inside of a mesh, that opacity map appears in the editor. So you have to be quite...
But it doesn't have to be an opacity map.
No,
It can
I'm
be
just using that as an
actual-
example. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if it's an actual mesh that spells out your name or something
Yeah.
like that, like somebody could put an opacity map on that, but it's still in there. So you can come back and say, hey,
Yeah.
look at that right in there.
Yeah. But again, you get into the realms of that doesn't prove ownership. It just proves that particular instance of whatever it is that you've done. And that's where all the DMCA and copyright stuff comes in.
Yeah, the DMCA is a little messed up, but still, I mean, that's pretty irrefutable proof if you're like, my name is inside this head that somebody else submitted to their catalog.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to explain.
It's a pack, not a single pose. Wait, am I missing something? Because if it's a
Yeah, they don't understand how it's stealing if it's in a pose pack.
If you
You're
haven't
still
made the thing available for people to use, it is stealing, regardless of however somebody else has got it
it's just it's just stealing from like 20 people instead
instead
of
of
just
one.
one.
Yeah.
Instead of being
This
better,
is like
like
a really frustrating topic. I feel like we should talk about because
No,
I
but
was going to say,
it is actually something that is important to discuss, because obviously it can't be discussed in the forums or officially, because it then impugns INVU and opinions about this, that, or the other. But it is an important topic that creators need to know about generally. That it's just, I mean, you could say that a majority of people that use, let's use the word stolen images from Google, do it not necessarily because they have any sort of malintent. They just do it because it's available, because everything's free on the internet.
I have to dispute that because I have to say that we all started somewhere, and you know that if you didn't make it, if you start out as an artist, something gets you into creating. So, it doesn't, if you take something that isn't yours, you know inherently that it isn't right. And if you use it to make money, you know that if you didn't make it, you don't have the right to that money. It's kind of logic when you think about it.
Well,
I don't
yes.
know. But I've gotten emails from people where they say, like, I know that you say in the rules that this isn't okay, but I see other people doing it. So it seems obvious to me that it's kind of like nudge, nudge, wink, wink, don't do this.
Yeah, people do it
Where,
because content's free on the internet. I mean, you go to YouTube, people
but
download
people,
videos.
But
but people do it because they see other people
Yeah,
doing it
because they
and it
can.
doesn't necessarily get punished. So
Yeah,
they go,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
if they can do it, I guess it's
yeah,
okay.
it's kind of hard to argue it when you're saying like, no, that's not okay. Yeah, the catalog's full of like Nike and Gucci all over the front page, and it's
yeah.
like, well, if it's not okay, why are they doing it?
It's just because they haven't been caught yet.
It's an InView pose and y'all calling it stealing. I steal pictures from Tumblr every day. Well, that is kind of stealing, isn't it?
But that's
shame
exactly
on
the
you.
point, because the
But
stuff's
are you
on.
making money? Are you making
It
money
it
off
does
of
it doesn't
no.
matter. It's, I mean, this is the mentality. The difference in the mentality that people have is as Miss Maya was saying, that if you're coming at it from being a creator because creating is in your bones, then you already kind of know all of this stuff. But if
Yeah.
you're not, and you're just coming into it because you can do it, just because you can, like everything else, you can watch YouTube videos, you can download YouTube videos because you
But
can.
you don't sell
You
YouTube
can
videos, do you?
pirate Photoshop because you
Sorry?
can.
You don't sell Tumblr posts, and you don't
No,
sell
it's not what people do with it
exclusive
at the end of the
things.
day. It's the fact that they've grown
Yeah.
up in an environment where content is just freely available to them to use however they see
Yeah,
fit. It's never,
that's
the
true.
consequences of it have never been brought home to them. It's not until you actually start creating, or you come from an actual creating background, that you actually understand the
Yeah.
ramifications of it. That's the point I'm making. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm just making a clarification between or a distinction between the two different mindsets. That's all, and that's the problem. It's the mindset that people have, that because the internet, they view the internet as being this free domain where anything is published to it. I mean, I get the same thing with the tutorials. The images that I post on the tutorials, they get copied all over the place. It's not because people have any sort of malintent to do it necessarily. It's just because they can. It's the same way. It's the same reasoning behind the way people hack websites. They don't necessarily do it for any malicious intent. They do it because they can. And that's the problem that IMVU has got, is that, like with the Nike stuff, I mean, you've got all the people that are posting stuff to the catalog just because they can, because they've never thought about it. That's not saying that it's right to do. It's just that the consequences have never been brought home to people. Because,
Until they get a chance. Yeah.
sorry?
until they get a DMCA. That's
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
and it kind of home
yeah,
and then
it's,
they wonder why, and of course you can't talk about it in the forums.
no,
So
exactly
it's
that.
this big,
Yeah,
I know where you're getting.
yeah, exactly.
But
And
it's
that's the problem. Is because we can't talk about it. It means that we can't educate about it.
Yes.
And that's the big issue. Is that all of this stuff does go on. We know it goes on, but there's nowhere that we can actually educate people on doing stuff, not doing stuff in this case.
Can we
From my
share my
experience,
screen now?
Yeah,
lot
hang
of
on.
hello, Jinx. A lot of younger creators are the ones who steal from me. Like I've never had to like deal with someone like older and more mature. It seems just
Yeah,
like a lot of kids that don't really understand it.
yeah, and that's all it is. It's just an education thing.
If you buy a file from a creator and that creator files a DMCA against you, how do you fight that? You don't. Basically, they own that file. They sold you the rights, but if they feel like you've terminated the
License.
terms of the
Or people think I have. Oh, well, yes, you can see my credits on the screen. I'll tell you why I have 4 million credits. It's because I'm an employee. This is my personal account and I'm not allowed to earn money on it. So it just kind of.
Oh yeah, and given the amount of stuff that you buy, you need that many credits.
What? No, I like I try to spend them, but they keep growing.
No, but you need them to do your job.
Oh no, but this is my personal
Oh, is
account.
it?
Like
you can
my
reinvite me if you want.
my business account is different. I mean, my work account, that's separate. So I can get credits for that account to buy things that I need, but these are my personal credits that I've earned from catalog sales.
Oh right.
But I'm just not allowed to be part of the royalty program anymore since
Right.
I'm an employee now. Yeah. So I like this room.
An old room, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's one of Ansh's rooms. There's some weird stuff in her catalog.
I remember going to that room.
Oh my god.
I don't know what is my avatar is like. This looks like a good idea. And now I see a big lag. I wonder if using InView slows it things down.
Oh wow, yeah, that is quite a significant lag.
Yeah.
How did I start creating? I basically finished school, had nothing to do, and I started with hair because it's like the easiest thing to do. And I did hair for like ages, but it's such a huge credit sink. I would not recommend it to like any new creators because like the profit in hair is just not there.
Isn't it one of the largest categories in the catalogue?
Yeah, because it's so easy to do. We're naturally good at it. Oh my god, no. If you go into like casuals catalog and you look at like the very first things I ever submitted, like it is just a new best. But I like to like go through my catalog sometimes just to see like how much I progressed.
Do you ever hide things? Like, oh, that's so ugly. I don't want anyone to buy it by accident. We're naturally good at it.
Now I'm just like, whatever.
But Gucci, being naturally good is an advantage, but it's not a primary cause for you being good at something.
I feel like anyone can be a good creator if they like put the effort in.
Yeah, it's just a matter of putting what you learn in practice into action.
And
but you do
being
have
very
to work
stubborn.
for it.
Yes.
I get asked a lot like how to create, and they want to like
There's no
they just want to
shortcuts.
like get
Yeah.
page one,
Yeah.
and it's like you can't do that. Like a lot of us have been doing this for years, and
Yeah.
it's been so much trial and error. Like you really have to be dedicated and passionate about it. You
Yeah.
started out with clothes. Oh my god. I was rubbish at clothes. I only did clothes this year. And I'm still learning things.
I like the way you say Gucci.
Gucci.
Gucci. Well, how
How else
how
do you
else?
say it?
Yeah.
Gucci.
Gucci.
Why do creators make their prices higher? I feel like once their stuff hit the first page, the price goes up. That's only really in the Avatar catalog, I think.
I think it might be, the question might be backwards, because it may just be that they're cheaper and they make it purposely cheaper at first.
Yes.
Droll's avatars? Yeah, the avatar market, they post all their avatars for like 10 credit profit, so it's priced around 300. And like obviously people buy them because they're so cheap. Then as soon as they like fly to the top page, they normally like whack them up to like 700 plus credits.
So what you really need to do is just search the catalog, the avatar catalog, by lowest
Newest.
price.
On newest products, you can get like new avatars.
Oh, that makes sense.
But there's also that like illusion that like creators on the first page are the ones making the most money.
Yeah.
When that's not true at all. Like all they do is get promo credits.
Yeah, MissMaya knows about that.
Yeah, it used to be the case a long time ago, but no longer.
I know that a lot of creators who like aren't even on the top pages make a lot of money.
Well, when you aren't on the top pages, you don't get as many promo sales purchases.
Yeah, so you
Sales
make
get are
more.
real credits, and if your shop is popular enough, you can, and your shop is large enough, you can get enough sales to earn thousands of dollars without hitting the deathmatch category for months on end.
You thought what was stealing? I am confused.
I thought that was stealing. What?
Yeah, I'm confused too. What was stealing?
Yeah, keep in mind that we're responding to questions that were probably asked, like, well, when they see the video, the audio catches up. So,
Prim, are all your accounts on the loyalty thing? You mean the royalty program, like the cash earning thing?
Wow,
Yeah.
pretty nosy.
I have about like 6 or 7 accounts earning cash, I think.
Wow.
I'm greedy. Some of them are anonymous though, because how much money do you make? Oh my gosh, you're gonna ask me how much I spend at Asda next on a weekly basis? Like,
How much you spend on what?
Asda,
Oh,
which is Walmart for
Walmart.
you. Yeah.
Oh. What was I wearing that? I don't even know what I was wearing. I thought that was a piece of furniture. Oh, is it this?
I make enough for it to be my job and live happily. How about that? As do most creators, I guess.
Yeah, that's a bit personal.
Yeah.
Did anyone suggest a new staff name for you?
No, they didn't.
Did they suggest what?
Staff names. You know, you asked about renaming your name.
I don't know if we really have the same people.
Sorry, it's okay.
Just don't do it again.
Yeah.
I feel like
buggers.
It can be cultural too, though. Like, some people ask really nosy questions.
Yeah, I find that about like Americans, especially the ones who live on the East Coast. I mean, West Coast.
Are nosy?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't find that.
you won't because you live there.
Yeah, but I'm not from here.
True. You work with one though. Just saying.
I work with someone from the West Coast.
A nosy person from West Coast. Who's the staff? The staff is Jinx.
I'm Jinx. I'm
Our
Staff.
staff account is JinxyWithMoji, but we're going to change her name because she doesn't work with the Withmoji team anymore.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
if anyone has suggestions for a new name, you
Yeah,
can win a prize if it gets picked.
you can win a prize. Is there no note on this book? I don't understand.
Get a 2-letter name.
Oh, aren't they all just taken or something?
I thought they were banned. Like I thought I heard something about customer service making people change the
Well,
names.
What about For You?
Yeah, that's what I mean, and like there's VM too.
Yeah, so they must be out there, but there's just not that many of them. Are you taking a picture of us? Of course, we're wearing really dumb outfits. What does yours say? Kiss me?
I'm not wearing a dumb outfit. What?
Well, we're wearing like holiday ugly sweaters. I can't see what yours says.
This is not ugly. Oh my gosh.
Your
so
sweater
sorry.
says this is not ugly.
No, it says kiss me quick.
It's an ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh my gosh. Abuse. Wait, where's my reindeer?
Abused by staff.
Yeah. Poor thought.
JX. Oh, I wonder if, let me see. Do you think there's somebody named JX already?
Of course there is. There is
It-
that premium name though, to Jinx. Still available.
Oh, with the number 2 and then Jinx.
Jazzcat, say Gucci before the stream ends, please.
Well, maybe. I could be persuaded.
It's not over until Jazzcat says Gucci.
We might be here for quite some time then.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we have been going for 2.5 hours.
Yes, so maybe you should say the word to release us.
What, like a witch releasing spell thing?
Yeah.
Gucci.
That's so funny that like all the like Jinx usernames are the League of League of Legends character.
Yes,
they are?
Yes, they are, Liana. Just to answer that question.
What was their question?
Other videos. YouTube.
Oh, Jinxie with, I
Linda.
like Jinxie with InView.
Yes, I'm trying to add as many as I can for all sorts of applications that I can get my hands on via FBX, and those will be going up on YouTube, or we'll be mucking around with them on this stream as and when that happens.
I hate these big rooms. I can never find anything. Like what the hell?
It's fun though. You can explore different things. Oh, there's this really weird one. I don't remember. I thought I bought it, but I don't know where it is. And it's like you're riding a bus around on this road, and it's like a crazy bus that's going backwards or something.
Oh, you missed it. Destellos. What is that? Destellos de Luna. You missed it. If you watch the stream once we're done, you'll be able to see the box being made.
How do you get pro fast?
Well,
Anyone want to answer that?
yeah, by using methods that will get your account banned.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you want to hear my idea though?
Go on.
For going pro fast? Or...
Well, it's sort of related to that. So, peer review, they've kicked a lot of people out of peer review, like people that were using bots to approve things and stuff like that. And so, what are you doing? And so now, I don't know what I'm doing either. So now what peer review is a little slow. I don't know if you've noticed that. If you haven't noticed that, you probably haven't been submitting things.
Or reading the forums.
Yeah, or reading the forum. No, I don't know. Do people still read those? Is that a thing? So yeah, but I thought like if you want to get 3 points from peer review, you have to review like 2,000 things, something like that, in a 3-month period, which is a lot of things.
Wow.
So creators may not want to bother with doing that. But I thought they should though. Like I think creators are so spoiled. Like, you just are like, oh, I submit my stuff to the catalog and I never do peer review, and yet I expect my stuff to get passed through so fast.
Yeah, because it used to take weeks, didn't it?
I don't know about that, but
well, when it was first introduced, it took a long time to have items pass peer review.
Yeah, well,
compared to today, anyway.
Because, well, no, today things do take. What were we saying before? Something like 2 hours to 24 hours, or something.
Unless someone maliciously fails your head for sexual themes. And it takes 4 days.
Okay, but whatever the thing is, like if you
yeah, bring the bots back.
bring the bots back. No, but I feel like the problem is that creators aren't even bothering with doing peer review. So
but like why do we not want to do it? That's the problem.
Because you're spoiled and you're used to not having to do it.
Because we don't want promo credits.
It's not rewarding enough.
Well, but you can get 3 tier points from it.
But we don't need them. We get that's an unused metric for most of us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, no, that's not true that it's unused for most of us. Like most people aren't level 7 like you guys are.
So don't you have to do, doesn't it, what's the word? So if you're a tier 1, you have to do, let's say 200 peer reviews. But if you're a tier 7, you have to do 2,000 to get the same equivalent, because it ratchets up depending on your level.
No, I think it doesn't depend on your level. It's all based against how many the average person doing peer review is doing. So with the bots, that's why you have thousands. But you still, I just thought, like, what if you could tell people if you do 200 peer reviews or 100 peer reviews or something a month, you will get 3 tier points.
But it's easy to get 3 tier points in 3 other of the spur metrics than it is to do peer review. That's why no one does it.
Is it still though? Because we don't have forums. You can't get points from forums.
No, because all you have to do is give yourself a 5-star review. That's 3 tier points off the bat. You only need like 50 products recently submitted in a month to get 3 tier points, and you only need like 120 products in your catalog to get 3 tier points. And once you've got those 3 tier points, they never drop, so you never have to do peer review.
I mean, don't forget that peer review, I mean, the peer review really is about self-policing the catalogue rather than having IMVU do it. So that would be the reason for people to do peer review, is because without it, this is what happens. We get stuck, and if the backlog gets to such an extent that it basically means products aren't being submitted, then there are repercussions for that. in terms of, does IMVU then step in and fix the problem and then make the delay even longer?
How is
There's also the problem where like you get punished for being
Yeah,
right. just
which
because-
I was going to ask about that in the sense that, well, if you get punished for incorrect selections, how do bots get around that? So why
I
why
don't
aren't
think you used to get punished though.
say that again? You don't need to.
No, I don't think you used to get punished.
You get I think you've always been penalised for getting things wrong.
But you
were-
just have to pass everything to. No, I don't think you were actually penalized, were you?
Your accuracy rating goes
accuracy,
down if everyone
yes.
voted against you, and I think if it gets low enough, then
You know, if your friend was passing things through that shouldn't have passed, then that could be why your friend
Yeah, you're
lost.
trying to game. Just don't bother gaming anything in IMVU because it may pay out short term, but when you get caught out, you will have your entire catalogue taken away from you when your account is banned. It's just not worth messing around with that.
This is a cute one. Okay, are you going to say that brand name that starts with the G?
Oh, I said it 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, what?
what are we still doing here?
Bedtime.
Dinner time. Although I did eat a few cookies already.
Oh, they didn't hear you say it.
Yeah, I didn't hear
Well,
it.
you can hear it on replay.
Oh my god.
Maybe you didn't really say it. You might be
I
remembering.
most certainly did. I mean, if you
Nobody else
I knew it.
if you go
remembers.
back and replay the thing, you'll probably hear me say it half a dozen times.
No, now you're just, as Beth would say, taking the piss.
Gucci. Gucci. Gucci.
I
It's
don't
good,
lie.
though.
I do not lie. That is one thing that I do not do.
But you might be mistaken.
Absolutely. Mistaken all the time.
Oh dear. Jessica says it cute though. I think you've got an admirer.
Hello, sailor.
I think that's hello, sailor.
Depends on the sailor.
I would like to know how to make the famous gift box. I like that, a famous one. Well, I think you can go to the past videos
The
and
famous
there's
gift box. Which is the famous? Do you mean the one that Code-Rodent did?
well, it must be in the video somewhere, right? Which
Yeah,
video is?
it's all archived. Everything's archived. Or mirrored to YouTube if that's the preference.
This room is so great.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
You know, I think there are actually more people watching now than during the official time when we were
There
supposed
are. So
to win it.
for some
That's
reason,
hilarious.
yeah, the messages have just gone out or something.
What? Really? That can't be right. I'm stopping sharing now anyway. Oh, did you stop me anyway?
No, I just somebody was my IMVU was blinking, which somebody was sending a.
Ew.
Maybe
Well-
you should do a Q&A on Friday.
Guest dependent. That's the fallback plan.
Or after she's done, if she doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might take a while.
Well, I have so many questions, so it might do.
Ugh. Is there a way to ignore just like one user?
So rude.
What do we do when someone's behaving badly? Just in case, I just want to know.
I'm what? I am so well behaved.
I like how that trailed off into silence.
Yeah, she's like trying to be convincing and it wasn't working and then just trailed off.
When have I ever misbehaved in public? Name one time.
Gucci seems to think you should have a spanking.
No, we don't. We use our words. We use our words.
Yeah, no corporal punishment. This is 2017. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I
right.
watched everybody at work walk by the window here and they like look at me, wave to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm still sitting here.
Yeah.
Oh, you stole.
All right then.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm still at work. I'll be work from home on Friday though.
This might be the longest stream that we've had so far. So
It's too long for a clip.
yes.
Or a, what is it? What are the ones that are like
Highlight.
long? Yeah. Nice.
All right.
right.
Well, on that note, we shall call it quits.
Yes.
So,
until Friday when we have
a special guest. Yes.
And Prim. Yay.
And Prim. She's our extra special guest. All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye. And stuff.